Alright, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell from the title, this is my next part of my 5,000 question survey, but I am giving it a twist. This is the third time I'm trying to film this video. I was thinking maybe there's an issue with me just trying to film it with me sat down reading this. I don't know, it kept on getting corrupted the previous two times. And I give up. So I'm going to give it a twist and I'm going to do a get ready with me whilst I answer the questions. And essentially, I answer a question per item I put on my face. I did think maybe it would be like an individual eyeshadow, but I think it's going to be per palette rather than individual eyeshadow, because I do use a lot of eyeshadows within palettes a lot of the time, and I think that'd be a bit overkill and take a long time to get through. So with that being said, I've got my moisturizer, which is actually some sun cream, and let's get into it. So first question is 1022. Do you feel pressure on Friday and Saturday to have fun, go out and party? No, I have never been really into that. I've never been a party person. But saying that, so today is literally the 30th of October, and it is nice to have days and evenings when you go out and see people. Like, it probably happens maybe like a couple of times a year where my friends all get together, and we actually had like a Halloween get together last night, which was really super fun. But I have like a social clock. So after like a certain amount of hours, I just can't handle it anymore, and I honestly just want to go home and fall asleep. Essentially, the answer to this question is no, I do not feel any pressure, because I don't really have like a friend group who is like that. I didn't even feel that pressure when I was at like university. Like, sure, I missed it sometimes. Like, I did feel like I had like the fear of missing out. On the flip side, I don't really drink, and I never have really properly drunk in my life, and so I just have fun just by myself. I think like I'm okay with my own space. So yeah, that was a long-winded answer. I hope that answered it. So next I'm going to put on this is going to be my primer. So 1023. Many people will say that the Harry Potter books are pure fluff with no literary value. Do you agree? So I love Harry Potter. Like, the books are like my favourite series. I've read them over and over. I've watched them over and over. So I don't believe they're very fluffy. Like, they can be quite scary, I think. Like, I think they have a lot of value in life. Like, they teach you about friendship. They teach you a lot, to be honest, about loved ones, death. So I'm gonna say no, I don't agree that they are just pure fluff. I didn't find it very fluffy when I read it, to be honest. It can be quite scary. Like, it deals with dragons, ogres, giants, like an evil man trying to kill people, like mass murder. Sure, it's played safe because, like, I mean, it was a kid's book. It was a kid's book. 1024. Is Harry Potter comparable to the Chronicles of Narnia and the Lord of the Rings? Depends on what way. I can see why people say yes. I mean, sure, all three series, they go on like adventures. They are in partly like made up worlds, especially Narnia. Like, Lord of the Rings is like completely made up, isn't it? But Narnia and Harry Potter both incorporate the world and like a make-believe world. It's difficult. I can also see some similarities in like characters. So I'm just mixing up my foundation because it's too dark. So I can see similarities, but I just don't believe they are the same. Like, they have all got different stories, different adventures. Obviously, of course, one can take well, especially Harry Potter, I guess, can take inspiration from the other two, because I mean, the other two were around much, much longer than Harry Potter was. Like my parents read at least Narnia when they were kids. Oh yeah, this is how do I make my foundation now. Sorry, I just realised how weird it is that I do this to my face. But yeah, I do this and then I blend it out. I do look a bit weird. Don't worry. Yeah, I do find it funny. Oh, I'm not wearing any earrings. Well, I am, but not. Wow. Words. I mean, the other similarity is that Narnia has got 7 books. Do you know what I wish? Is that they actually finished filming the Narnia books. They only filmed, what, 2 of them? Or 3 of them? I wish they actually went through and finished them all. It won't be the same now because it has to be different actors now, as all the actors are adults. I'm just going to blend this out. Be right back. Tea break. 1025. 1025. What are you doing next Wednesday? Probably working. I don't have any holiday this coming week, so yeah, maybe I'll go for a run that day at lunchtime. That's not the day I'm going to the office, so I think that's fine. Might watch some Twitch in the evening. What is the date on that day actually? I can't believe we're already nearing November, guys. That is the 2nd. Yeah, I think what's happening. So nothing really amazing, to be honest. Weekdays for me are really fascinating. They are mainly just work. 1026. Why do so many people think Elvis is still alive? I mean, people think a lot of things, don't they? I don't believe he's alive. I don't actually know why people do think he's still alive. It's probably very Americanized, but there's like a lot of conspiracy theories, isn't there, out in the world, which I find hilarious. Like, isn't there people who think like Michael Jackson's still alive? There's people who think like Tupac is still alive. I mean, there's that conspiracy theory or myth or whatever you want to call it, that like Avril Lavigne died. Do you know, like, there's a lot. Like, people just make up a lot of stuff. I have actually no idea how the Elvis Presley one came about, to be honest. So I don't really know the answer to this question. I've not really been the hugest of Elvis fans. I've not even seen the new film out that's meant to be really good. 1027. What couldn't you live your life without? I'm going to say a computer. Just runs now. I'm going to say a computer because I would not have my job I have without having had a computer and learning how to code and all that sort of stuff. That or my phone, to be honest. I can go days where I don't look at my phone very often. Other days where I'm like, I need to find my phone and look at it and see what's happening. You know? Like the sky is getting really dark in here. I can't really see what I'm doing. I think that's like way too much. Like, it's weird. In the camera it looks lighter than it is in person, so I can actually see better in my camera than I can in my mirror right now. I couldn't spend a whole day not on my phone. I just don't know how I would survive. I think that's social media's effect, to be honest. But to be honest, I spend more of my time now lurking than actual posting on the social media web sites. So I don't really find that it really like benefits me much these days, and I don't really care what people think. 1028. Are your hands cold? No, they are not cold. They are not cold. They are pretty, like, I don't know, room temperature. They're as warm as the rest of my body. Swear it looks worse on the camera. In person it doesn't look this matte. 1029. Is your heart warm? Well, I'm still alive. So, yes. I feel like cold-hearted people are like pure evil. I'm fine. I don't have any evilness in me, so I think I'm quite warm-blooded. Blush never looks okay on me. It looks like it's being highlighted a lot more on camera, but it's fine. It's fine, totally fine. 1030. Palm trees or snowstorms? I live for the heat, so I'm gonna say palm trees. I hate the cold, and snowstorms, you just get stuck. When there was a bad snowstorm in the UK, like I want to say 2018, 2019, when there was a bad snowstorm then, it took me, what, 5 hours to get home? That must have been 2018, because I lived, that was when I lived at my childhood home, which was 20 minutes away from work. It took me, I remember, it took me like 2 hours to get to the station, which is just like a block away from my work. Like a roundabout and a half away from, and then a further few hours to actually get home. The roads were treacherous. The UK just can't handle snowstorms, but we can't really handle heat either, to be honest, because we aren't built for warm weather. I prefer heat over the cold, 100%. 1031. What bands would be great if only the thing was edited out? Ooh, that is harsh. I actually don't know the answer. No one is really, oh, that's a bit heavy. No one really is coming to mind right now. Do I even know anyone who can't sing? Like the only people I can think of are like Leonard Cohen or like Bob Dylan, who can't really sing live. But they are amazing songwriters. But then again, I don't think they pay much attention to their backing tracks. Anyway, that is literally how I do my brows. Simple. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. 1032. What fantasy book would you like to see made into a movie? So literally all the books I read as a child have been made into films. So I don't really have an answer to this. I don't even really know like what fantasy books there are out there that are like big now. Like The Maze Runner, Twilight, Hunger Games, Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, I've forgotten what they're called, but the Golden Compass series with like the subtle knife and the amber spyglass. They made into films and like a TV series. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't think I have an answer to this, because the thing, like, everyone that I've read has actually been made into a film. I'm sure kids these days may have something else that they like to read that what they would want to be made into a film, but I'm not too sure. 1033. Do you avoid risks and if possible stay at home? After the last few years, let's be honest, I barely leave my house. I am so like scared of like getting sick now that I really just don't leave. I don't want to see people. I am a hermit, and honestly, yes, I do stay at home as much as possible. Some of it's just because I like being by myself at home, and sometimes it is because like I don't want to be at risk of like getting COVID or anything like that. But I also am quite a loner, and I don't really like meeting people. Also, I have like a weak social clock. After a couple of hours, I just get so tired of like being in the situation that I just want to go home. I have to say, actually, I went out last night, well actually yesterday, just the entire day yesterday. I went to my friends for like a Halloween get together. Halloween's not really that massive in the UK, by the way, but we meet up like every Halloween now. We have for the last few years, and to be honest, last night was probably the first time my social clock did not get tired, which I'm very happy about, considering the clocks moved this morning as well. 1034. What sci-fi books do you read? I don't really read any. I don't read any books these days, to be honest. I don't really enjoy them. I kind of like rom-coms these days. So yeah, I don't really often read like fantasy, sci-fi books. I can't really think of any either that I've read. Not really too sure what falls under this genre. I'm really bad when it comes to genres. 1035. Would you be on that Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire show as a contestant? I have never heard of said show, but just from the sounds of that, I'm going to say no, because money is not everything, and if I want to be married to a millionaire, I want to be the one becoming a millionaire and do it naturally. Sometimes it's not the best thing to have everything. Sometimes it's nice to know how it feels to have nothing and then to get it gradually. You can see the benefits. But no, I would never be on a TV show. When I was younger, I thought about going on like Big Brother, which by the way is coming back. Well excited for that. Just don't know how I would cope on reality TV shows like Love Island. Hell no, because firstly, I mean, they were like amazing people. I mean, like, the bodies are amazing, and I just would not fit that group because I'm not tanned and I do not have that body that has to be in a bikini or a swimsuit all day long. That's just a no for me. There's so many of these shows as well. Like, there's like Married at First Sight, there's a millionaire one, there's first dates, blind dates, whatever you want to call it, I don't know. So many. It's hard to keep up, to be honest. 1036. Who is the best secret keeper you know? My cat. I say that as a joke, but it's probably true actually. She probably knows all of my secrets. No one else does, because she sees me at my best and she sees me at my worst, and there's no one she can tell because she can't speak human. That is my answer. I don't really tell people a lot of stuff, to be honest. I have like trust issues since I was in school, and when I realised that none of my school friends were like behind me or like cared about me, that's when I was like, well, I'm not going to tell them anything then. 1037. What is your favourite myth? I don't really follow many myths, to be honest, to really know the answer to this one. I mean, I love the idea that people think like Loch Ness Monster exists or like Yeti, Bigfoot exists. Are they myths? I don't know, but I feel like they are kind of like things that people say exist, but there's been like no official like evidence. Have never really like believed in that stuff. Like, I believe in ghosts, but I don't believe in Bigfoot, Yeti, or all that sort of stuff. Just because I'm using like loads of eyeshadows in here, I'm going to answer another question. Is it easier to live whilst you are evil? I mean, I feel like they just get everyone to do things for you because there's punishment. There's more punishment if you don't do it, because you're most likely just to get killed if you don't do it. But I just find that they're never really truly happy. You know what I mean? Like, evil people don't have that happiness. 1039. Have you ever belonged to a sorority or a fraternity? No, because I am British. We do not have that here in the UK. That is just simply not a thing, and I'm so grateful that it's not. I find it such a weird concept to have. Like, I think it's what Americans have in their like colleges. Isn't that what they call university? I actually have no idea. I feel like that's what I've learned from films, is that they call it, that's what their university is, college. I just can't deal with it, you know. 1040, would you want to join one? No, I would not. I would not want to join one ever. 1041, if your friends were doing dangerous drugs, would you tell their parents? I'm 31. I would not tell my friends' parents what their kids are doing. Maybe if I was like a teenager and I knew their parents well, but I have never met my friends' parents, like my current friends. I don't really speak to anyone I know new at school these days. I mean, it's their choice, their body, they do whatever they want to do it. I don't agree with people who take drugs. I'm not going to stop them from doing it. Like, sure, I can help them try and get the help they need if they need it. Sometimes they do it because of their home situation as well, I find. So maybe telling the parents would make it worse. As a grown woman, that's weird to say, I would not tattletale on my friends and tell the parents what they are doing. At this stage, their parents would probably already know. 1042, would you rather be a unicorn, a mermaid, or a sorceress? I would want to be a mermaid. Ever since I was a child and watched Little Mermaid, I was like, oh, I want to be one. To have a tail and be able to swim like that, speak underwater, breathe underwater. So I'm gonna say, yeah, a mermaid, just because I've always wanted to be one. Sorceress, isn't that like a witch? Get powers. Meh. And a unicorn, I mean, there's nothing special about that either. You're a horse with a horn. 1043, are leather pants sexy on you? Leather pants, I've never actually owned any, and I don't really feel the need to or desire. I've never found them that amazing, to be honest. They just look uncomfortable. And after watching that Friends episode where Ross struggles to put the pants back on and like has talcum powder his legs, and I don't think I would ever choose to buy leather pants, like, ever. So leather jackets I would definitely wear, and I have worn in the past, and I did own one for a while. Pants, no. Alright, there we go. That is my update. I hope you guys have managed to get through this. That is this part of my 5,000 questions survey. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time. Bye guys.